Guys, it's no secret, searing on the Napoleon gas grill is one of the best ways to sear a steak. Straightforward, tried and true, hot mama. The question is, I have not found an electric grill that can sear a steak yet. Is today finally the day that we can match the gas grill? Mano a mano. Let's go. Good binder, it's all you need. Salt, pepper, garlic. If you're seasoning with anything but this, you're doing it wrong. The problem with all electric grills is they never get hot enough. Could this be a game changer in the electric grill space? The Napoleon infrared, oh, that is hot.
Yeah, it's been ripping for a couple minutes.
Which one is gonna be the victor? Blind taste test coming your way. So first we're talking fuel type. This is electric. The problem with it is it's 220 volt. We don't have an accessible outlet at the store here. So we have our mobile battery pack that plugs 220 right into it. This is the EcoFlow, by the way, and this thing is insane. It can power your house. Much harder to hook up, get connected. Talk to me about how easy it is to hook up the gas.
You just take the propane bottle, you screw it on, you turn the knob and hit fire. Give it 10, 15 minutes and that thing is hot as can be. Could I actually borrow your sunglasses quick?
Why?
I just wanted to show off these Oakleys.
Well, those are mine.
Oh my gosh, that's so much better. Anyway, go ahead.
Give them back.
Really?
Yeah.
I forgot mine.
Can't see anything.
Obviously with gas grills, they are convenient, easy to hook up, easy to turn on, easy to get hot, versatile. You can do a lot of different things with it. Tried and true. That's why they're the most popular selling grill, a propane gas grill.
Electric's becoming a lot more popular because a lot of patios now, especially high rises, condominiums, tiny patios, only allow electric grills. So you can't have direct flame. This is a great option for you. They're usually smaller, not as beefy. That can be a pro. Now let's talk cons.
The biggest thing I can think of is size. It is usually big. You can get some smaller ones. The other thing is a propane tank. If you don't have natural gas, some of these homes that are all electric, there's nothing more frustrating than starting a barbecue and realizing you're out of propane.
They're not allowed on electric patios.
No.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's really about it. Up until we've seen this guy, there's quite a few cons to an electric grill. One, they don't come big and beefy and powerful.
No.
All the ones that are simple to plug into a standard 110, they just cannot sear a steak.
No, it's kind of like a microwave. You're microwaving a steak. Low and slow.
It's just like a Salisbury.
Yes.
A Salisbury steak.
Exactly.
With a little gravy.
Yes, you might as well be getting your ribeyes from the dollar store.
Yeah, when you actually can get a 220, it's difficult to hook up, as you can see here.
You have to have an electrician if you're gonna do it at home.
But can this one finally change the game? This is a 220. Even the other 220s I've seen
Nope.
are not great game changers. They still don't move the needle for me. So what I wanted to show you is what's unique about this one, and the reason it's called Crossray. It's using infrared heat. So what infrared heat does is heats objects. So in this case, our object would be a steak. These are unique because they heat objects. They call it crossway. So we got two of them sitting at a 45-degree angle like this.
So instead of a cross wave, it's a cross ray.
Yep, double whammy.
You're going too deep. You're going too deep. Yeah, shallow it out. Yeah, there you go.
So I'm curious, I've never cooked on an infrared electric like that. So this is the first
cast iron, so that should help. So on the side, we're getting 516. If I go the middle, it's OL. It's over the limit. 700 degrees right there. Instant orange, dude. Okay, so we're at 630 in here. 650, so it's keeping up so far. It's not even at its temp yet.
Obviously, a steak was the choice today because if it can't sear a steak, I don't want it. Now, we already know what this is gonna do.
Oh. Wow.
It might even overcook that. You might need to turn that down.
Let me get some tongs while you throw that other one on.
You brought me a plastic one?
Yeah, I got you the nicest tongs we got.
You brought me a plastic one. Were you in a panic?
I think they came with like a Olive Garden salad or something we ordered.
When's the last time we ordered Olive Garden to the showroom?
2016, maybe?
Oh,
God.
Oh, yeah, we overdid it. Why'd you do that? That thing's done. That actually looks perfect.
Yeah, it looks really good.
All right, let's try to flip it. I can see it black on that bottom. Oh, yeah. We are talking. I don't love how flimsy the grill is. However, it's well priced. They're not going after these big beefy gas grill space. They're purposely meant to be petite and compact because 90% of the buyers are gonna be on a very tiny patio or a high rise. So it's meant to be what it is. Incineration is what that is. It was never a fair fight up against that. Maybe against the regular burners, but never against the side burner. Let's see how the other side finished off. Pretty good. So there they are side by side. Definitely a little more char on the gas grill, but there's nothing you're sacrificing there at all. And if anything, part of the reason you're not gonna have as much char is because it's not flaring up, which isn't a bad thing. Okay, Tate got busy in the store. So while he's doing that, I'm gonna cut it up so he can't tell a difference. That's seared, baby. Overcooked it, actually. Son of a gun. What you're looking for in a good sear is something really juicy. That's got it. Let's see if the gas one is any juicier. It is. I think it's better. Actually, I might be wrong. I might have just got a really good bite. All right, let's try the electric grill again. I was wrong. That one's better. That's electric. They're pretty close.
They're really close. I think the electric's a little juicier.
Try that one. Get a good baseline for it if you like it. Do you like it?
Yeah, it seasoned well. It tastes good.
You're just saying that because you work for me and I cooked it?
A little bit. But you can also make a hell of a steak.
And then I want you to tell me which piece you like better.
I'm gonna have to go with the first one. The sear on it is way better.
You could taste that?
Mm-hmm.
The first one, which you liked better, was the Napoleon gas grill. The second one was the Crossray electric grill.
That electric one, the tiny one?
You gotta admit, it seared it pretty good though, huh?
It did. But the Napoleon is superior for sure.
Okay. Good, huh?
Oh my God. That one is spectacular, yeah.
I gotta keep eating this.
Okay, that one is really good.
So that one or the first one?
I think I still like the first one. It had more flavor. I feel like it had more juice in it.
I kind of like the second one.
They both have really good flavor. They're both cooked well.
I know which one's what though.
I think the first one was the Napoleon. The second one was the Crossfire.
So if that were the case, are you still impressed with the way number 2 tasted?
Yeah, they both tasted really good.
Go ahead. You almost got stabbed.
Ooh. That bite there was...
Tate is right.
Was
You
that?
got the order right. This is darn close.
They're both really good.
It's the first time I've ever cooked on an electric grill and had it even be even remotely acceptable.
Yeah, usually like an electric grill will do. You're on vacation or you're in a place where they only have an electric grill. You can make a steak work, but you're never seeking an electric grill out.
All right, should we ask Tony? He's the steak expert around here. Blind taste test, Tony?
Why are you using that knife? We have really nice
Because
knives.
you started with, I know we have our steel port knives, and you started on the cheap line, and so I just kind of kept that train of thought going.
I really need you to stop
Okay.
being so accusatory.
Number 1, Tony, tell me what you
Numero
think.
uno. It's good, nice crust, seasoned well. Juicy. A little bit of fat.
Okay.
Excellent.
Pass.
Like that.
So just for reference, one is cooked on the Napoleon gas grill, and one is cooked on the Crossfire electric grill.
A little bit tougher. Not as much moisture, in my opinion. Still very good. But if I had a preference, I'd go with one.
And Tony's got the palate.
3 for 3 are choosing number 1. So what do you think number 1 is? Which grill?
If I had to guess, I would say it's the Napoleon.
And you'd be correct.
Tony's the closest thing we have here to a pit master. He actually is a pit master. So
Yeah. Would you say though, I mean, I don't have a ton of electric grill experience, only a couple, but that's the best seared steak I've ever had on an electric grill.
It was good. I'll be honest. It was very good. I do think it lost a little bit of moisture for whatever reason.
It didn't get quite as hot.
Okay, it didn't get quite as hot. It didn't have the same crust either, so I could tell there wasn't actual flame hitting it.
Yeah.
which I think on the Napoleon sear, you're getting that flame action. Outside of that, I thought the flavor was really good.
And I think if you have to buy an electric grill, it can definitely sear steak.
Yeah.
But at one point, in what year will it be where it goes from if you have to buy an electric grill to where I want an electric grill? Are you done? You're just eating?
A piece?
You kind of quit participating in the video. You just started having
Yeah,
lunch.
I realized how hungry I am.